blood, it's about to rain, and I'm actually bricking it because fam, blood. So the purpose of today's video is for me to kind of introduce you guys into the very small vinyl collection that I have and the stories that came about me collecting them. Hopefully when I maybe get the new editions, or maybe 10 more, maybe 5 or 10 more, that's when I'll probably make another video kind of updating you guys on the newest and latest vinyls that I've collected. But for now, I've only got about 5 vinyls that some were gifted to me, some I bought myself, and the stories behind them are so interesting. And I think that's another testimony to how nice collecting vinyls are. You know, there's a couple vinyl record shops not far from where I live, but also when you go to places like Camden, when you also go to places in central London like in Oxford Street and Carnaby Street, you really see that there's various places where the culture of vinyl collecting has never really died out, and I don't think it will for a very long time. Being able to go to these stores and just flick through and just pick out your favorite artists, and also discover artists that you've never seen before or heard before, is something that I believe is a lost art form that isn't really spoken about or taught more within the music community. In the era where we have streaming, in the era where we have all of our music in our pockets, vinyl collecting seems like one of those things that's for the older people or for the music heads. And as someone who loves speaking about music, but this is a very new art form for me, I quite frankly disagree. And I think it's a very enjoyable thing to do. So without further ado, I'm going to show you guys all 5 of my vinyls in my very, very small vinyl collection. So perhaps the first one that I'm going to show is my most recent vinyl collection. This is an album by an artist that I feel like was very good. It was also gifted to me when I went to this particular artist's event that he had. And the day before that, I had gone to his concert in Brixton Academy, which I feel like was very, very good. He's an artist that I discovered not too long ago, but I've grown to love his style and how unique he is and the nice touches that he brings into the music scene. And so with that, the first vinyl or the most recent one, is Goldlink's Diaspora. This is a very, very beautiful vinyl, not only because Justine Skye is on the face of it, but just the coloring. I haven't even opened it yet. I don't think I do want to open it. And that's another thing I want to mention about vinyl collecting. Sometimes it's so precious to just see it in its purest form that you don't really want to like take off the films, or you don't really want to unlock it or take it off. It is kind of like one of those moments where you have when you're watching a TV show and it's kind of got like, yeah, those action figures that are in mint condition. You find that when you collect and when you sort of go through these vinyls, you have pretty much the same attitude towards it. So Diaspora, the most recent one I have, is a very, very beautiful album. Very nice album as well. He performed most of these songs at his concert when he performed last year at O2 Brixton, and I absolutely loved it. And Justine Skye is just beauty at its finest. So yeah, that's my most recent one that I got. The next vinyl that I have in my collection is from one of my most favorite artists. I've been to his concerts. I've almost died at his concerts. The vibe is insane. His music is insane. I feel like this particular artist should have won a Grammy for this body of work, and is actually debated to be one of his best projects that he's released. So with that, the album that I will show you now is Travis Scott's Astroworld. One thing to know about Astroworld is I remember before when Travis actually announced this album, he had released a particular artwork, which was actually this one. So this was the first artwork that he actually released. And I know we got a lot of shtick from it, from certain people, from various, just like on social media, people kind of got onto him about this particular artwork. And so he changed it to the one that we all know now. And to be honest, there's not really much that I can say about this album, just about how much I loved it, how much effort and how carefully crafted it was, for more so than Biebs in the Trap Sing McKnight, and also how similar in terms of the production, but also I think the effort more so than anything that he put into Rodeo shares a similar testament in the way that he put the same amount of work in Astroworld. You know, doing it from a place that he used to go to as a child, and the lyrics you hear in just how much homage he pays to not only where he's from, but to this particular place. I really love that album. The features were amazing. The production was crazy. The structure was amazing. And I think more than anything, Travis really should have won a Grammy for this. I'm really excited to see what more projects he's gonna release after this one. Another thing to note as well is that this vinyl was gifted to me by a very, very good friend of mine. We both love Travis Scott. But yeah, the sheer fact that he just came to my house and just dropped this off for me was just like, yo, like, they were selling Astroworld vinyl where just nearby where I live, and he just gave it to me. I just really, really loved it, and I really appreciate that. So, bro, if you're watching this, thank you so much. I appreciate and love you for this vinyl so, so much. The next vinyl is from a producer who I feel needs to be recognized more for his work. And the reason why I say that is when you listen to this album and also the work that he's done before, you understand that this is a guy who really understands and really knows his shit. He really knows his music. His production is just on point. He brings a different flavor and really brings a different vibe to the scene in the UK. And this album was definitely one of my most favorite albums of last year. An album that I definitely was just banging out over and over and over and over. And so with that, the album is Swindell, No More Normal. I got this vinyl at his concert in Omera in London Bridge, and thankfully he signed it as well, which I'm forever grateful for. And yeah, I just love it. You know, the features range from P Money to DEE to Koji Radical to Etta Bond, and it's just a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful album to just listen to and just dig in. If you've never really heard of who Swindell is, I urge you to just go and listen to him. Go and listen to this work and just dive in and just have a look and just, you know, get to know his music. The next vinyl is the story behind how I got this vinyl was actually very, very, very crazy. It was gifted to me by a friend, but also the story behind how we actually got this vinyl was just in itself just crazy. So it's by a well-known artist that everybody knows and appreciates and love. But also it's an album that I feel like is one of his most successful. So the album is J. Cole's KOD, signed personally by him. So the story behind this vinyl is my friend ordered it, he got it signed, and the copy that they were meant to send to him got lost in transit. So they sent him another one. And in the midst of receiving the other one, the one that was lost in transit actually got delivered. So he ended up having two, and he said, look, I've got two signed copies of J. Cole's KOD. Do you want one? And I happily said yes and took it. And yeah, it's one of those things. I haven't even opened it. It's still sealed in its foil. And I don't think I will open it for a very, very, very long time. A beautiful album. Really shows J. Cole's maturity within music. But also kind of just showcases how well he's progressed and how much his mindset has changed. That's that one. That's J. Cole KOD. Boom. The last and final vinyl is one that's very, very close and very, very dear to me. It was the first vinyl that was ever gifted to me. But also on top of that, it was a vinyl that will forever hold a special place in my heart. No one in the world has this vinyl. Only I have it. And only I will have possession of this vinyl until the end of time. So with that, the vinyl is me. So this is a vinyl that was gifted to me by my girlfriend and a very close friend of mine, the same one who gave me Astroworld. On the cover is basically my passport photo, but he designed the logo. My girlfriend basically got the vinyl done. And what plays is basically everybody wishing me happy birthday. So for those who don't know, I got this vinyl on my 21st birthday, titled The Third because I'm also known as Archibald the Third. But also, it's just how mad it was for me when I got this vinyl in my possession, when I was surprised with it as well, and just hearing everybody wish me happy birthday, from dearest friends to family to people who I admire as well, just wishing me happy birthday. It was just absolutely amazing. And so with that, this is a very, very, very special vinyl that I have in my possession, and that's very close and that's very dear to me. And so yeah, that's the last and that's the best one that I've got. And with that, that is pretty much all the vinyls that I have. I do hope to collect more. I do hope to bring more. So maybe when I get maybe another 5, I'll probably do every time I get 5 new vinyl records, I'll probably make a new video there. But it's about to rain. I'm not trying to get my stuff wrecked because that is long. So if you love this video, like, subscribe, leave a comment, turn your notifications on so that you get notified when a new video gets released. My name's Archie. I love and appreciate you guys. Peace.